guys, welcome back to the channel. The second Prime Empire short, titled Upgrade, is out in English, so in today's video we are going to be reviewing it, and at the end, as usual, giving it a score out of 10. This short does push forward the plot quite a bit, and it doesn't actually focus on our heroes, but actually the villains, and it does focus on the mechanic and his partnership with a mysterious new villain, who turns out to be Unagami. I think that is pretty cool that they brought the mechanic back in the first place. There are a ton of Ninjago villains out there, and rather than introducing a new character to fill in that minor villain spot, bringing back an old one is even better. I would even go so far as to say that this is probably his best performance and best role in the series yet. In Season 6, he's just a side plot and is in one episode, and in Seasons 8 and 11, he basically only has cameos. But now in this season, he's actually working alongside with a greater threat, and this seems to definitely be tying into the main plot quite a bit. Speaking of that main threat, that of course would be Unagami, who makes his first appearance in this episode, and of course Unagami is supposed to be the main villain for Season 12, and this is a very nice setup for him. His voice acting, and that's all we get to see of him. We just get to hear his voice in this episode. He appears through the computer and communicates to the mechanic. But yeah, anyways, his voice is pretty good, definitely better than in Season 11 with Asphira, although Vex and the Ice Emperor were pretty good. Just the fact that he's getting set up in this episode is really good and accomplishes a few things. First of all, there's definitely a sense of mystery surrounding him since we don't actually get to see his face, and he's just basically communicating through a computer. He also seems to be this super genius guy who's helping the mechanic with everything, also adding this mystery sense to his character. And secondly, I feel like this is a better and more realistic introduction for the character, as opposed to many Ninjago villains who are often just introduced in the first episode very quickly, and it usually doesn't feel natural, but with Unagami it is well established that he's been working with the mechanic for a while now. Moving away from the villains, the ninja do also make a cameo in this episode, although sadly only 3 of them actually talk, those being Jay, Nia, and Lloyd. I think they should have added some more dialogue, maybe with them discussing what they're gonna do next to try and catch the mechanic, because I mean, they're not just gonna let him get away, right? The chase scene was definitely a missed opportunity too. We could have seen a more extended battle with the mechanic battling the ninja, maybe with some more gadgets from his truck coming out, but again, this is a short, so I'm probably expecting more than I should. And I suppose that is actually my biggest issue. Why isn't this a full 11-minute episode? I mean, this is plot relevant, there's a lot going on, and we could have seen a lot more had it been a real episode. And another thing I'm wondering is, how exactly did Unagami meet the mechanic? That could have been easily answered had this been 11 minutes. So yeah, I do feel like there are some missed opportunities, mainly because of its length. Nonetheless though, there were some good qualities about this episode, such as Unagami revealing the Prime Empire logo. That was a pretty ominous ending, and also the mechanic playing around with his henchman, and he was trying to push the button, but he couldn't due to his flamethrower hand. Yeah, that was pretty funny. In the end, I'm gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10. I really loved how it focused on the plot by introducing both an old villain and a new villain. It included nice touches of humor here and there too, and also provided a great setup for the main story of the season. However though, as mentioned before, I do feel like there are some missed opportunities that could have been solved by making this into a real episode. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share it with anyone you ever need to know, and let me know what you guys thought of Upgrade, and I will see you next time.